Teen centers. I used to hate teen centers as a kid. Half of my friends went to them on Saturday night in the religious community I lived in, but they always sounded super stale and lame. So I kind of always looked down my nose at them. Until I came to Israel. When I first came to Israel, it was for seminary. Seminary is a place you study religion at. Usually people come and do it for a year, sometimes more if they want to become a religious leader or if they just want to learn more. The first seminary I went to was pretty far from the cities. The bus took roughly 4 hours to drive there and only came once every other hour. This was very hard to adjust to because I was used to buses every 15 minutes maximum with 1 hour journeys, if there was traffic. Aside from the buses, I found out quickly that meat was very expensive in Israel compared to the United States. And on top of that, the person in charge of the seminary I went to wanted me to go to therapy to help manage my anger. I've always had slight anger issues ever since I was a little kid. Cue in Crossroads, the teen center I found by accident that became a second home to me. I went to Jerusalem one day to meet up with a friend from America and hang out for the evening. I happened to get there early, and she said that she had therapy. I told her I'd tag along and just wait in the waiting room. I had my phone. How bad could it be? Most of the waiting rooms I've been in for therapy are pretty standard and similar. White or some other neutral color, sanitized, no sound, an inspirational picture on the wall saying a random inspirational quote. It's also usually pretty cold, too. We got to this building with a side entrance. Most of the other entrances were for small shops like ice cream, a hostel, which is like a motel, a barbershop, and a nail salon. We went into the farthest entrance of the building and started walking up the stairs. There were so many stairs. Eventually, we reached the top and she rang the buzzer. They let her in and she went into the back for therapy. I remember the first thing hitting me was all the color. The whole place was super colorful. When I sat in the waiting room, there was a TV, a ping pong table, loads of board games on the side. I turned on the TV since I hadn't been able to watch for the longest time, seminary and all, and chilled for about 4 minutes before a lady came out and started talking to me. She was one of the counselors there and asked if I knew what the place was and introduced herself. She told me that they offered a lot of programs and amenities for young people in Israel, mostly geared towards English speakers. They had a free clothing drive, free therapy, a free barbecue every Wednesday, a crisis hotline that people could call during crisis, art classes, and basically a party every Thursday night, among other things. The two things that really caught my attention, though, were the free therapy and the barbecue. As I mentioned earlier, meat is expensive, and there was my chance to get free meat every week. I also didn't like the fact that my seminary was so involved with my therapy. Since they set it up and were in contact with my therapist, I never felt comfortable with it, on top of childhood traumas from the past, which I might discuss in a later video. Needless to say, she and I talked in another room to do a quick intake, and I was paired with a therapist shortly after. I started out going to therapy on Wednesdays so that I could also go to a barbecue right after. Over time, I started hanging out there more and more and felt like I really become part of the community there. In fact, most of my friends in Israel have been from Crossroads or work. They even helped me find half of the jobs that I've had with their job center. The therapy really helped. I played video games there all the time and managed to build a whole Smash community in that city from it. And they were always available and still are if I need help. Overall, I'd say my opinion of teen centers has really changed. I don't know where I'd be if places like Crossroads weren't around. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please do comment, subscribe, like it. Let me know what you think about it. If you have any suggestions for me, I would be open to them. Just let me know in the comments down below. Have a great day. Bye.